Hong Kong, being the biggest financial hub of South Asia, is the home to some great businesses and enterprises. But unlike other developed cosmopolitans, Hong Kong hides numerous dark secrets that are yet to be revealed. In today's video, I'm going to share those dark realities with you. Believe me, they're going to change your perspective about Hong Kong completely. Residents worse than prisons. Whenever we think about a developed city, the first thing that comes to our sight is great ambiance and quality living. But when we talk about Hong Kong, things get very different. The South Asian giant is home to 7.5 million people, and 2 million of them are nearly living under the poverty line. It already seems too shocking, but things don't stop there. It's just the start of a journey through dark paths. The top 10% of its population enjoys the quality of life, while the rest live a life full of miseries. People are bound to live in tiny apartments that are even more congested than a prison room. They could go as small as 15 square feet, 1.5 square meters. People are bound to live in those cages just because the prices are too high and living space is limited. These congested spaces are often termed as coffin homes. What will be your reaction if you get to know that you have to spend all your future life in a 15 square foot home? Lodging crisis. After hearing about prison homes, the first thing that comes to mind is, why are these people bound to live in those homes? In this portion of the video, we are going to reveal that. The price of residency in Hong Kong is touching the sky. More people and businesses are moving here, and due to a lack of ground area available, rents and property prices are skyrocketing. In recent times, properties have been sold at the rate of $3,000 per square foot. That makes it the most costly piece of land bought in any metropolis. Secondly, the rents of residency are not behind in its prices. They're also a prime factor that binds people to spend their lives in misery. A normal 50 square foot apartment with basic facilities is being rented at nearly $2,000 a month, due to which most consumers end up paying the rent and their lives become miserable. Mental health issues. Living in Hong Kong looks like a dream from the outside, but once you start digging in, things start getting worse. The global hub has one of the highest rates of mental health issues in Asia. The primary reason behind it is the huge gap between peers and masses, high property rates, and its rapid life. This competitive nature of its people is affecting their mental health badly. Everyone is running to beat others, and this has snatched their mental peace. Most of Hong Kong's community works overtime to meet their financial needs. Working till 10 or 11 p.m. is a commonplace practice there. People are more likely to spend time at their workplaces because they think it's better than living in caged homes. An average person works around 59 hours a week, and it could go up to 75 hours a week. This leads to stress, anxiety, depression, and other mental health disorders, and there are concerns about the availability and accessibility of mental health services in the city. Political turnovers. As we all know about Hong Kong's issues related to mainland China, due to this uncertainty, Hong Kong has faced numerous political challenges in recent years. The city has witnessed mass protests and demonstrations calling for greater democracy, freedom of expression, and protection of human rights. These protests are too frequent, but their consistency is alarming. When it comes to political views, masses are widely divided in terms of their political views. They're divided on the basis of views. Some of them support democracy, while others want to follow the mainland of China. This has created a permanent line of tension among them that often reaches to extreme action against one another. Political unawareness is another problem for the people of Hong Kong, but in recent times we have seen initiatives like the Umbrella Movement that directs us towards better political reform in Hong Kong. Yet, there have been concerns about shrinking political freedoms, erosion of autonomy, and interference from mainland China in Hong Kong's governments, leading to a continuous situation of unease among the city's residents. Violation of human rights. There have been concerns about human rights in Hong Kong, including issues related to freedom of expression, freedom of the press, and civil liberties. We've seen threats and even attacks on protesters to break up these moments. Activists, journalists, and pro-democracy figures have faced arrests, censorship, and other forms of suppression that are a threat to fundamental human rights in the city. In recent years, we've witnessed another same sort of attack on protesters. On July 21, 2019, a gang of around 700 men dressed in white shirts attacked protesters and journalists, including men, children, and even women. They were armed with wooden sticks, rods, and knives. The UN-long attack ended up injuring nearly 45 people. It is said that these gangs are backed up by some political contenders that makes it a serious threat for Hong Kong masses. Do you think any government could orchestrate this kind of attack on their own people? Worse air quality. Whenever we think about a developed state, we assume that the hygiene conditions are going to be great there, but it alters if Hong Kong is the subject of attention. The state has heavily suffered from bad air quality. In terms of air pollution, Hong Kong offers one of the dirtiest atmospheres in the Asian region. This problem goes back to 2004, when the first time alarming pollution was spotted in Hong Kong's air. All these pollutants arise from its coal-powered stations and heavy traffic on its roads. 6 of the 7 major air pollutants are found in abundance here. This absurd quality of air index leads to numerous health problems. People here are more likely to have breathing issues and lethal diseases like asthma, bronchitis, and lung infections. In the worst-case scenarios, it even leads a person to permanent lung damage and lung cancer as well. Reforms are yet to be made to make the atmosphere safe and healthy. Discrimination and inequality. Hong Kong is the home to nearly 600,000 foreign-born people. That is way greater than any other city. Despite being a diverse city, it has faced issues related to discrimination and inequality. There have been reports of discrimination against ethnic minorities, including discrimination in housing, employment, education, and social services. The primary reason behind it is the diversity between the cultures and masses that doesn't let them bind like a nation. People are gathered from multiple castes and creeds that results in discrimination. Another reason that divides those people is the difference in wealth distribution. Irrespective of all these differences, it is believed if the government gives a proper check and balance over it, this issue could be resolved easily. These were some of the darkest secrets that Hong Kong hides behind its pious and luxurious image. Knowing about these could change your perspective about it completely. Hopefully you liked it, and if you want us to bring you more stuff like this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to us as a gesture of encouragement. After knowing all these facts, do you think you'd be able to see Hong Kong from the same vision again? I'm sure you never will. If you're eager to know about any other specific state or organization, do let us know. We're eager to know about your interests.